get up to 1,000 points if you want to be comfortable. And you can take a good chunk of points down right at the start here. Massive hand for Yokosawa. The black aces and Saliba on his left finds queens. That is just disaster when you're the short stack and you find a hand as strong as pocket queens.
Yeah, money's inevitably going to go in here.
550.
And Saliba puts in 550, leaving himself with very little behind. Seeing some other hands go into the muck. Seidel with ace-jack, letting go of a decent one there. Looks as though we're going to quickly see everyone fold back around to Yokosawa. He comes with the shove. Saliba happy to call it off, but not so happy to see aces being tabled. What a cooler for Saliba. Yokosawa's got him covered by a wide margin, so even if he loses this, it won't even put a dent into his stack. But the rich might be getting a whole lot richer here with 1.8 million in the middle, and Yokosawa already sitting on the chip lead.
What are you feeling on this one?
It's 810. It's 810.
Okay. Hearts. Fair enough. Heart.
9, 8, 4, 2 hearts. Saliba looking for running hearts, running jack 10, or just a queen will do as well. Turn is the king of clubs now. His outs reduced to just those 2 queens. Will Justin Saliba be our first casualty here at the final table of event number 3? Let's see the river card, and it is the 10 of diamonds. Saliba heads for the exit. Ooh, Donnie, how do you like this trickery against the big stack? Oh my God!
What in the world?
Are you kidding me? Kings for Yokosawa, aces for Warren in a blind battle. Yokosawa kicks it up to 240, and Warren gets exactly what he was looking for, but he has no idea of how dramatic the situation is about to become. Bit of Hollywood here right off the bat for Warren.
Yeah, probably just trying to figure out what sort of sizing he wants to come with on this limp re-raise would be my guess.
What would you advise in this situation?
800.
I mean, I was going to say 700-ish, around there. Kind of make it seem like Yokosawa could have some jams. Obviously, we know he has kings, so it's, you know, we can see what's going on, but
Yokosawa salivating at the idea of getting his opponent all in. He comes with a jam, gets snap called, and he will see the bad news.
Wow.
The setup of all setups. Just minutes after Yokosawa talked about how lucky he's been for the last 24 hours.
we're going to test that luck right now.
Yeah, I mean, the luck's about to turn as Warren,
How lucky are you feeling?
Yeah.
with a win here,
I feel
could take the chip lead.
Feel good?
yeah. I don't know why.
Suits covered, still lucky.
Yeah.
If he hits a king here, everyone else should just leave.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, here comes the flop. Can Yokosawa find some relief? Queen Jack 4, Rainbow rolls off. That's not going to help him.
Have a two
The King of Spades has been folded. Yokosawa looking for the King of Hearts. Turn card. The 8 of Diamonds. Warren, 95% to double up and take the chip lead. Neil Warren standing up, doing all the right things in hopes of survival. And it's the Ace of Spades that completes the board. Neil Warren with a monster double up. Just practice patience, wait for those hands to come to you, and not really be bothered by whatever external dynamics are going on at the final table.
It's not a good sign.
I won't answer that right now because we got an all-in.
We do have an all-in. Okay, here we go. I just thought the King Deuce was a good time to get talking, but of course it is not. Yokosawa makes an aggressive move, and that lands Seward with all of his chips in the middle here. Tournament life on the line, holding Ace-4 of Spades. Yokosawa with King Deuce Still a 33% to reduce this field down to heads-up play, and the king on the flop will make that a whole lot more likely, as Nicholas Seward is now chasing an ace to remain alive in this event. Turn card brings the 5 of hearts. No hearts in play for either player. It is very cut and dry. Nicholas Seward needs an ace to survive, or else we will be heads up between Yokosawa and Neil Warren. Seward, can he find an ace? He can find an ace.
No.
Oh my God.
I would have said yes.
From space, baby.
I think it's
Saved
2.1.
by the river. Barry Greenstein, where are you at?
1.
Hello. Chips are going in the pot here for Yokosawa. Aces.
Pocket rockets for Yokosawa.
4th time we've seen these today, babe?
Yeah, and he's going to try to look as weak as possible, which is tough given these stakes. And Seward finds a big one, too.
Yeah, he's just on the bad end of another cooler here. 3-handed. I mean, this shallow.
King 10 of diamonds for Seward.
How can he not put this in here?
700.
Makes it 700,000. Now, what's the most believable way Yokosawa can play this? He just jams to make it look like a wider range of hands. Can you call and play this post flop?
Yeah, I think limp jam is fine here. I wouldn't rule it out that he wants to remain tricky and limp call. You know, maybe you just don't want to ultimately put yourself in jeopardy there of things going your way or not going your way post flop. Could come with not all in here if you want to go on the smaller sizing. He is going to just call. So.
Oh boy. So what range
trappy.
What range does Seward now think Yokosawa has here? What do you do this with given the shallow stack sizes?
I think kind of like those middling type of hands that you may not want to raise out of position. Oh, this is just a horrible flop for Seward.
Oh my God.
Also the diamond there. I mean, ay.
Seward thinking to himself, this is the way.
And if you're Seward, right, like, let's say a hand like, I don't know, a 10-8 suited, a 10-9 suited, could certainly be something that I think Yokosawa could play this way. You know, you limp, you try and play a flop a little bit cheaper. If you do raise, I think you have enough that you can continue with a call, even though it is out of position. I think that that's probably fine. So Seward could think here, like, there's going to be opportunities where he's just coolering his opponent.
Absolutely. Absolutely, that's what he's thinking. And in this specific scenario right now, Seward betting with a lot of confidence. Action back on Yokosawa.
I mean, Yokosawa's in a good spot where, you know, going back to his approach pre-flop, he can just continue to do just this, just call. Just make sure you keep all the bluffs in, should Seward have hands that don't have much equity at all. We can obviously see that, you know, Seward has a hand that he's probably just going to try and take to Value Town, but he's behind here. This is a great card here for Yokosawa.
I mean, best case scenario for the Japanese superstar. Finding aces at the right time while his opponent finds a really strong holding 3-handed as well. Seward, right now, probably trying to piece together what could Yokosawa have here, Donnie? Like, at a certain point, you're going to have to start to worry here, given how shallow the stacks are. Is Yokosawa going to have 9s, 8s, 7s, those types of hands?
I don't think he has a lot of 9s, 8s, and 7s. I think there can be some ace-x hands if Yokosawa wants to play those slow. But then again, even going back to pre-flop, maybe he just jams those types of hands. I would lean that it's most likely he's got a 10, even though it's hard because you block a 10.
I mean, to me, Yokosawa looks insanely strong right now.
Maybe a 4-5 suited, right? Like, I think that's could be in there. Even like a 5-6 suited, which had the gutter on the flop, and then if it's like 5-6 of clubs, for example, has the back doors now.
5 of spades completes the board. 4 million in the middle. Yokosawa does have Seward covered. I'm having a really hard time, if I'm Seward, figuring out what Yokosawa could do this with, especially given the shallow stack sizes, the way they've been playing three-handed, the aggressive nature of Yokosawa's play in general. From my perspective, something is just not adding up here.
All right.
And Yokosawa shoves the river. Seward calls it off right away, and that is him gone. Nicholas Seward calls for his tournament life with top pair,
I think so.
and Yokosawa takes him
Have,
to
two
the
pointing
cleaners.
So shallow now with these blinds so big.
And he moves all in with ace-6,
Call.
and Yokosawa finds ace-deuce suited, and he's going to make the call here. Warren in a situation that might give him a double up. We could be back to even here. Chop, of course, very likely here with two smaller aces going head-to-head. Yokosawa hoping for some clubs to potentially close this out here. As Neil Warren finds his tournament life on the line with the bigger ace. Masato Yokosawa seeking his first PokerGO title, and the deuce appears on the flop. Yokosawa grabs the lead, and Warren looks defeated. He needs a 6 or a 3, or his day will be done, and he'll bust out in second place.
Standing up.
Yeah, Neil Warren, all the tricks in the book. You have to stand up, grab the backpack, put the jacket on, hoping for some cards on the turn or river. And there it is. There's the backpack. Okay, we're still alive here. Four on the
He pushed his chips in. He put the time extensions in.
4 on the turn gives him some additional life here. The river card is the deuce of diamonds, and that will end his tournament life. Masato Yokosawa is victorious. He'll take home the title, the crown, the cash, the trophy, and a whole bunch of PGT points.
Let's go!